Disrespect is a common challenge we all face in life, and it can be very upsetting and frustrating. But what if we could learn from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism that teaches us how to handle difficult situations with wisdom and grace? In this video, we'll explore 10 practical Stoic principles that can help us better deal with disrespect. As always, I challenge you to be strong and stay with me until the end of the video. Begin. If this is your first time on my channel, I ask you to help me by subscribing and liking the video. That way, I can continue to create more content like this in the future. Keep calm. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is that we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by the way we think about what happens to us. As Epictetus said, people are not bothered by things, but by the vision they have of them. This means that disrespect is not inherently harmful or offensive. It is our interpretation and judgment that makes us feel hurt or angry. When someone disrespects you, remember that their behavior is the result of their own thoughts, feelings, and opinions, not a reflection of your true worth. This can help you stay calm and not let your disrespect affect your emotional state. Reflect on yourself. Another important aspect of Stoicism is the practice of self-reflection and self-examination. The Stoics believed that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives, and that we should always strive to improve ourselves and our actions. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." When you're faced with disrespect, it's essential to reflect on yourself. And, of course, here's the organized text. When questioning the veracity of someone's words or actions, it is critical to reflect on our own contribution to the situation. Assessing whether our words or actions triggered the event is crucial. Responding in a way that is consistent with our values and virtues is essential. Reflecting objectively on ourselves and the situation gives us a deeper understanding. Reflection, according to the Stoic philosophy, guarantees answers based on rational judgments, avoiding impulsive reactions. This promotes learning, personal growth, and wisdom. A valuable Stoic principle is learning to pause. As Seneca says, "When we're angry, we cultivate a habit. The importance of self-control and rationality is stressed by the fools." Avoiding impulsive reactions, especially in the face of a lack of respect, is essential. Taking a break allows you to regain emotional control and respond in a thoughtful and reflective way. By resisting the urge to react immediately, we align our responses with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. This approach often results in more constructive, less emotionally charged interactions. In the face of a lack of respect, the Stoic strategy of taking a break is key to maintaining composition and making rational decisions. This, in turn, leads to more positive results and promotes personal growth. Have empathy. Epictetus and other influential Stoic philosophers say, "Don't look for the good in external things. Look for it in yourself." The Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity, and that understanding the motivations and emotions of others can lead to better interactions and personal growth. When someone shows a lack of respect, Stoicism suggests practicing empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy can help you see the situation from a different angle, realizing that your lack of respect may not be personal or intentional, but rather caused by your own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. Empathy can also help you feel compassion for people and reduce negative feelings towards it. By putting yourself in the shoes of the person who lacked respect, it is possible to avoid taking their words or actions personally, responding in a more respectful and dignified way. Empathy helps you understand the person's perspective, feelings, and motivations, rather than getting angry or defensive. You can respond with kindness and respect, or you can avoid escalating conflict while preserving dignity. Empathy also reflects the Stoic principles of knowledge, compassion, and self-improvement. Learn from challenging situations and grow as a person by practicing empathy. Read about following us in our Stoic Diary on YouTube and on our social media channels such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Focus on virtue. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is to develop virtues such as wisdom and courage. These are qualities that help us to live well and act rightly. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, writes that virtue is nothing more than a reason for it, or that being virtuous, for the Stoics, is equivalent to being rational and consistent with the natural order of things. They prove that virtue is the supreme virtue of life by regarding everyone or everyone else as indifferent. When we departed with a lack of respect for two others, Stoicism instructed us to focus on our virtue. This does not mean that we should ignore or tolerate a lack of respect, but rather respond in a way that reflects our bullish values and principles. By focusing on virtue, we can avoid being influenced by our emotions, maintain our dignity and integrity, and grow as a person. Stoicism challenges us to be the best version of ourselves, even in difficult situations, by embracing acceptance. One of the key lessons is to accept things that are not in our control, such as a lack of respect from others. Epictetus affirms that a wise man does not grieve over here which he does not possess, but rejoices with himself of what he fears. This implies that we will be gratifying so that we have and not worry about what we lack. Stoicism also teaches us to distinguish between what is under our control and what is not, the Stoic dichotomy of control. We can control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but we don't have external events or behave in other ways. Respect and humor, Stoic tools for a balanced life. She doesn't walk through life, nor does she respect herself for us, and she seeks us out, and she's a Stoic philosophy and a wise guide who teaches us how to navigate those turbulent waters. Self-domination and humor. The philosopher Seneca gives us the importance of mastering ourselves. Stoicism guides us to deal with the fact that he doesn't deserve our seriousness. Controlling emotions is key, but what if we add a touch of humor? Yes, laughter can be a potent ally. Emotional balance. In challenging times, humor is an emotional lifesaver. Keeping your balance prevents anger from taking over. Instead of getting carried away, how about responding with a dose of wit? Stoicism suggests this to us, more clearly, responsibly. Setting boundaries. Stoicism doesn't ask us to be carpets, but it is firm out of lack of respect. Value yourself and demand respect by setting clear boundaries. Stoicism is not only about controlling what we can, but also about controlling what we can't. Serenity and assertiveness. In the face of disrespect, there is no need to lose your cool or explode in rage. We can be serene and assertive, clearly communicating the wrong and the desired treatment. That way, we'll keep our dignity intact. Practicing forgiveness, or Stoicism encourages us to forgive. When someone lacks respect, how do we react? Angry, or do we let it go? Stoic wisdom suggests forgiveness, a practice that frees us from emotional burden. By adopting these Stoic principles, we not only build inner fortitude, but also cultivate a more just and respectful society. Let us walk the path of serenity and dignity together, guided by the philosophy that transcends the Stoics' hold, that forgiveness is not simply a favor to the other person, but a gift to oneself. It is the key to inner peace and happiness. However, forgiveness is no easy task. It does not imply forgetting or approving of what happened. Rather, It means choosing to release the negative emotions that affect us. The Stoics advise forgiving everyone, but not indiscriminately. Wisdom, compassion, and justice should guide our decision to forgive. The Stoic teachings urge us to focus on what we can control and let go of what is beyond our control. We have no control over the actions of others, but we do have control over our responses. To choose to forgive is to free oneself from the burden of anger and resentment. Choosing to move forward with a sense of inner peace and tranquility is the essence of forgiveness according to Stoicism. This act is not weakness, but a show of strength. It is not surrender, but victory. It is not sacrifice, but reward. Forgiveness becomes the ultimate act of self-care and personal growth. Changing our perspective is key. Perspective allows us to see situations from a broader and more objective point of view, avoiding taking things personally. When someone is disrespectful, the perspective helps us understand that disrespect doesn't have much relevance to the bigger picture of life. In the words of the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius, our lives are shaped by our thoughts. By employing perspective, we can recognize that most offenses are minor and temporary, without affecting our true worth or happiness. Respect often reflects the ignorance, insecurity, or weakness of the other, aspects that do not belong to us. Perspective gives us the option to ignore, forgive, or learn from these situations rather than allowing them to affect us. In short, forgiveness and perspective are powerful tools that allow us to cultivate inner peace and serenity in our lives. Focus on what really matters in life: your goals, values, and virtues. Use your energy and time to pursue what is good and meaningful to you, rather than wasting it on resentment or revenge. By doing so, you will be able to live a fuller and more peaceful life. The next time you're confronted with disrespect, remember to use perspective. This will help you stay calm and act wisely. Always keep in mind that Stoicism is not about suppressing your emotions, but about managing them correctly. By applying these 10 principles, you will be able to stay calm and strong when faced with disrespect and rude behaviors. Give it a thumbs up to help us reach more people in search of ancient wisdom. If you're new here, sign up and ring the notification bell for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. For more Stoic wisdom videos, select one of the videos that will appear on your screen at the end. If you liked our video, please like, subscribe, and comment to let YouTube know that these types of videos are useful for people like you. That way, we can continue to create more similar content in the future.